and sisters of the cards, welcome back to Nostalgianomics. So every time I make a video or have a live stream, I inevitably have people sending me Discord messages, sending me Instagram messages, maybe in the live chat, in the comment section, telling me how wrong I am about slab investing, telling me about all of the wins they've had with slab investing. And so I wanted to make this video to kind of set the record straight and help educate everyone on the differences, because there are differences, and contrary to what some people like to believe, there are actual facts and data on why I choose sealed investing over all else. So let's start out with slab investing. Can you do well with slab investing? Yes. You have to be a lot more specialized in the hobby, and you have to get a little lucky. A lot of times it is throwing darts at a board. Perfect example of this is the Latios from Team Up. Now this card was not even the best hit in Team Up when the set was released. You hear me? It wasn't the chase card. That was not the card that everyone was going after. It ended up becoming the card as alt arts became a thing. And then when that happened and then Team Up had its massive price rise, the Latios was the card that got picked up. And so, if you were a slab collector back when Team Up was released, most likely you wouldn't have been in that card. It's not like a Silver Tempest where you'd just go after the alt art Lugia. No, it wasn't the case. And so there's a good chance if you were a slab collector, you'd have a bunch of different slabs at the top of Team Up and not have that card. Whereas a lot of those cards did not outdo the Team Up booster box into this boom we had. However, the Latios did, right? It was going for around $500 a PSA 10, and then it jumped all the way up in the close to 3,000 mark, and now it's back to around 1,800, whereas the Team Up booster box was like $700, jumped up to around 2,000, and now it's settling in the high teens, like $1,700, $1,800 a box. So the Latios card did better into the boom. After the boom, it's outperforming the Team Up booster box. However, that's one card. Every other card, not outperforming the box. Also, a lot of other sets, the cards do not outperform the box. Also, the ones that do outperform the boxes or the ETBs they're in, it's basically throwing a darts at a board to figure out which one that card or those group of cards are going to be that are going to outperform the sealed product over time. Not to mention, it takes a lot more expertise to know that, right? You have to understand which Pokemon are popular. What are people going to want to go after, right? Being able to get in those cards at a good cost basis. How are you going to do that? Are you going to buy the PSA 10 at market? Okay, well, when are you going to buy it? Obviously, you're not going to buy it at release, right? Everything's so pumped up because everyone's playing the race to the bottom game. So then you have to figure out when you're going to buy it along the way. You're going to have to try and decide when it's bottoming. Or are you going to grade it yourself? Well, grade it yourself, you got to source the cards. You got to go through pictures. You got to source raw cards that look mint. Then you get them in. Maybe they're gradable, maybe they're not. If they're not, you got to flip it back on the market, eat the shipping and fees, rinse and repeat. If it is gradable, okay, great. You make your submission, you send it in, you pay for that, you get it back. Hopefully it's the grade you want. If not, if you got the 9 or the 8, got to sell that. Got to sell that, eat whatever cost associated with, find a new card, rinse and repeat until you get that 10. So a lot of time investment, a lot of energy. Maybe you lost some money. However, you might probably still get in under what a PSA 10 would cost you at the open market. However, either way, there's a lot more expertise and a lot more to do when you compare to just sealed product. Also, slab investing isn't a perfect science, right? I hear you. I have my Shining Legends set right here. Okay? It's the complete PSA 10 set of all the Shinings in Shining Legends, including the promos. Perfect example. Most people would agree that Mewtwo and Lugia are on the same level of popularity when it comes to popular species, right? We could agree or disagree on that, but they're both pretty respected. They both do very well whenever they're in sets. This Lugia card, I paid $375 for a couple years ago. This Mewtwo card, I paid $325 for a couple years ago. Okay? This card is still ending at auction at or under what I paid for it. This card over doubled in price. It's going in the 600s and 700s. This card is a higher population report and it comes in packs. This card is a lower population and the only way to get it is in the ultra premium or super premium collection boxes, which are very scarce, and it's got a lot lower population than this in a 10. So, harder to find, harder to grade, less out there. popular species. Easier to find, easier to grade, more out there, popular species. This doubled, this you're losing money on. You see what I'm saying? It's not a perfect science. However, these cards are 5 years old. I know there's stories about jungle, fossil, whatever happened back in the day. Since 2014, since modern times, since XY, there is not one modern booster box, not one, that hasn't risen in value in 5 years. And then you say, well, the boom, the boom, the boom. No, before the boom. 2014 is when XY started. 2019 would be 5 years. That's before the boom happened. Boom started in 2020. So, even XY Base, Phantom Forces, Flashfire, Furious Fist, all those sets were higher in 2019 than when they were released. You can't find one modern booster box that didn't rise in price in 5 years. Not one. It's happened 100% of the time. It's as close to a guarantee as you can possibly get. Now, you could probably go through the sets and say, well, Alex, this card performed better than the box percentage-wise during that same period. It's possible, right? Maybe you found that one card or those couple cards in the set. You gotta get lucky. You're throwing darts at a board, right? However, the boxes are basically a proven science at this point, right? All you're competing against is your own patience and time itself. As long as you have patience and time and you let these age, they've proven to age well every single time. Whereas slabs, we've seen slabs now sit for 2, 3, 4, even 5 years. Maybe not 5 years, maybe 5 years before the boom. But, I mean, long periods of time with no movement, even negative movement, you're not going to find one modern booster box that's had negative movement over the course of 5 years. Not even 3, 4 years. None of them, right? If you get in any of these boxes at $80, $90, even $100, they've proven to be worth more in 3, 4, 5 years every time. You can't say that for every slab. You can't buy every $80, $90, $100 slab and every one of those you buy is going to be worth more in 3, 4, 5 years, even if they're popular Pokemon. And so that's been my only gripe with the whole slab investing versus sealed investing. Yes, you can do very well, especially if you're grading yourself and you're a good pre-grader and you're not eating a ton of cost buying a bunch of different singles that don't grade well and have to rinse and repeat that process. Or maybe you're finding bundle deals off of eBay or off the open market. You're making deals on Facebook Marketplace, making trades, Instagram, Discords, whatever it may be. And you just have a good eye, a good sense of what's going to move. Of course, you can do very well investing in slabs. I'm not against it. The reason I'm so pro-modern sealed is because what my channel is based off. Anyone can do it. You don't gotta be a Poke expert, right? You don't gotta know the niches of the niches. You don't have to understand the pop reports and the grading and what species is popular and all this different stuff. You don't have to understand all that. With modern sealed, also it's plentiful, right? With slabs, a lot of the slabs that move, they're hard to find. They're scarce. They're hard to grade high. And so not everyone can do it. With sealed, everyone can do this. Right now, everyone can go pick up Silver Tempest right now after that reprint. Everyone can get Lost Origin. Crown Zenith's about to get reprinted. Everyone can do it. Every Scarlet Violet era set right now. Everyone can pick it up. Anyone watching this, anyone in the Pokemon community can go buy sealed product right now if they want to. It's literally open for everyone. There's enough product to go around for everyone to get their hands on a box or a case. With slab investing, it's not the case. So those are the reasons why I'm so pro-sealed, is because everyone can do it, is because they have 100% track record, is because they're very measurable gains where you can see over time with patience. Whereas slabs, it's really hit or miss. You're throwing darts at the board. You have to have a lot of expertise and niches of the niche. Be able to grade yourself possibly, be able to find certain deals, maybe at auction, maybe off of eBay, off the open market, all these different things that go into it. And so hopefully that ends the whole slab versus sealed discussion. I don't like having it. I get these questions and these comments and these messages every single time I make a video and I talk about it. And so hopefully this clears everything up. If you're a slab investor, if you do well with singles, great. I'm happy for you. I truly am. I'm not against it. I'm just more so for sealed product because of the reasons I discussed. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it answers some questions. Let me know in the comments like you always do. And I'll be back here in a new one soon. I'm out.